I'm recording. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me here today is Mai. Now, Mai has been on a tear recently. She's really going through some great transformation and making strides both in her personal life and in her business. And I'm super excited to be able to share with you today. Mai, thank you so much for coming on the show today and just sharing your story. Can you just tell us, a little bit about yourself and maybe the name of your business?
Yeah, so my name is Mai, and a little bit about myself is I have 6 kids. I still work full time with the school district. And last September, I decided that I'm gonna jump into the water and I'm gonna start my own accounting firm, a bookkeeping firm, and I named it MHY Accounting and Bookkeeping. Um, and I've been doing this kind of accounting, finance type of work for all my career. And so I just thought that, moving creating my own firm would be a good thing for me. My kids are growing and I want to be able to uh, participate in their life, uh, be able to drop them off, pick them up, and do whatever that I want to do with them when the time allows, right? And right now I still have full-time job, so it's kind of hard to do that, although the schedule is pretty flexible. It is still harder when you are tied to a certain schedule. And so that's what I'm really excited. And that's what really that was really what really kept me going.
Mm.
And so
Okay.
right now it is still really early stage of my business, but then I've been making some progress, have I signed 2 contracts the other day, and as of now, I just signed one cleanup contract as of 10 minutes ago. And so with the
Right.
nonprofit that I was telling you about, Bryce,
Uh,
so because the executive director was pretty busy this week. I sent out the contract on Monday, but she just got back to me like 10 minutes ago. So we signed the contract. So that's something I'm excited to work on. I have an electric owner who I'll be work with him. I just looked at his books and looks like there might be a lot of cleanups in there. Initially, it was just gonna be uh, whenever he needs me or that type of things. But I took a quick
wow.
peek in his books and looks like banks have not been reconciled. There's a lot of things that are not looking so great. So I sent him a note this morning. Hey, I need to have a call with you and we need to talk about cleanup services here before we can move forward with his regular monthly things. So I'm excited
Yeah.
about that.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, it's interesting, right? Because I don't know, you have a lot of really cool things about you, right? Like number one, you're getting really good at sales, but it doesn't feel like you're pushing people into wanting to work with you. It's almost like when you utilize the script, people just really tend to like you. I mean, can you tell me a little bit more about that? Is that just like your personality, or why do people seem to it's almost like they come in like this, the electrician guy. He said, I'd only want to talk to you once a quarter. Now he wants your help every day. Like, what's up with that?
I'm not sure. So the thing about our story was I sent out a mailing to all of these businesses in my town or in our area, and he just called me out of the blue and he say, hey, Mai, I have a few businesses, but then specifically for my electric company, I want you to kind of look at it. Because he's doing his own bookkeeping, but there are certain transactions that he cannot figure out somehow. So because he got my letter and he wants to reach out to me and he want me to just look at his work, like just, once in a while. Initially, he just want us to work together like once a quarter, just to go look at all of those things. Or if he has a question, he will just call me. And so initially, I was just going to offer my time for him for free because I don't really know what the scope of work would be or what kind of question or whatnot. And so he called me and he said, "Hey, I want to pay you. Let's just work together." And so we went back and forth, and he was like, "Well, then you just take over the book and just go in there whenever you have time and just record your time and just bill me." And so that's where we are at right now. But then I was taking a peek at his books earlier, and looks like he's gonna need a lot of things shift around, clean up. And so I'm gonna connect with him and to go through the plan with that. And well, of course, before that, I will have to take a deeper dive to see how much work that needs to be done.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and even let's take a step back, right? Because I know when we first got started, one of your big things was time, right? Because you, like you said, you have 6 kids and you have a full-time job. I guess, have has it felt how has it felt, having the full-time job and, helping your children grow and live and growing your business? Like, have you felt super constricted, or what has that been like?
Well, I'm gonna have to be very honest with you. This summer, I have not been able to enjoy my summer yet, just because I am still building the foundation, right? And so, one thing that really helped me still growing this business, still maintain my current job, and still participate in my kids' life is I implement that. Well, I'm going to spend going to work 1 hour earlier and leave a little bit later. So that way, when I get home, I have my full attention to my kids. And so that's the strategy that I'm working right now. I'm also working during my 1 hour lunch break. Um, and that's how I keep things together. I also allow some time to uh, work with clients, or just establish relationship and having those conversation going as well.
Yeah.
Does that answer your
Okay.
question?
Yeah, so it sounds like you're just really great at managing your time, maintaining your boundaries so you can spend time with your children. Um, yeah, you just, I guess it just comes down to you're really good at accounting and bookkeeping, because that's basically what you're doing. Instead of with money, it's with your time now.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. And plus, like even then, I remember when you first got started, you even had COVID. Like, I guess what is it that's driving you towards, sacrificing so much? Because I remember you couldn't breathe on one of our calls. Like, what is that, I guess, that's driving you?
What really drives me is really the goal is to have more time with my kids, right? And so I get into this whole thing is knowing full well that to build the foundation, it's going to take more time, sacrifice upfront before I can get to what I want it to be. And so that is really what really drive me, and it keeps me excited every day. And as people are signing on with me, that is even more exciting, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but it kind of at least looks and feels like it's starting to speed up. And like we're in like the summer months right now. We're not even at peak season. So that's why I'm just like, it's cool that you're starting to hit your stride while we're starting to speed up and get faster and faster, like year in the year.
Yes.
So
And I'm not gonna lie, at some point I feel a little like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Right? Because things are picking up, and how am I going to manage this? But then I really have to take a step back and say, you know what, you can do this. And so doing a lot of positive self-talk is helping me.
um and always remember too, like you can always use my staff accountants as one. And then two, remember you always have the other students in the program you can like subcontract out work. So like what you could do is if you get to about probably halfway of whatever your goal is, you would subcontract the work out to like another student. So then you get all of your time back, and then you build up basically to replace that. So now you're at your income goal, then you could quit your job, maybe let the other student go, and now you're making the full amount of money you want. That's one thing that worked for Tammy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I think that's been one big thing too with you is like you take all of my advice and like you actually like listen, you think about it, you apply it to your life, then you do it. Um, whereas a lot of people like they have to think about it. So I really do like that about you. Um, there's one question I had in there, but yeah, I guess like what are you excited for next in your business?
I'm really excited about just really growing. I mean, I try to enjoy every step, every challenges that come with it. I feel like it's part of growing and learning at the same time. And that's what I am excited every day. I think the most exciting part is that as business are growing, I will be able to do what I want to do, and that's what really keeps me excited.
Nice. Excuse me. Oh man. Okay. And I guess just let me ask, like, since we've been working together, we've only been working together for probably about a month now. It hasn't even been that long. I guess like, um, why? Because I remember like when we first started talking, you said like, Bryce, I can't talk to you for at least the whole month. Like my month is so busy. Why did you decide to restructure your schedule to be able to start this program?
Well, I realized at the time that I really need somebody to help me to really pick up the business, right? Because I need to grow as quickly as I can. One of my goals is to hopefully get to where I want to be by the end of the year so I can at least reduce my full-time job to be a 0.5 so I can really grow this and still have that time with my kids. Um, and so yes, the month of June was really busy. I have to recertify in QuickBooks Online, and I was kind of procrastinating. And so, and then at my current job, we also have all of these deadlines. And so everything was booked for me. But as soon as we spoke and or chat online, and I was just like, you know what? In order for me to get there, I need some help. And so that's why I decided to sign on with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's just like the moral of the story with you. It's like you have all these reasons why it's not the right time to start a business, why it's not the right time to do XYZ thing, but it's like you ignore it, you readjust your time and your schedule, you put in the work, and then you get the result. I guess like would you recommend that other people, like maybe someone who's watching, would work with me just like you did?
Oh, yes, I would recommend to anyone. And the reason why is because, and maybe it's just me or what, but then I need exactly the step by step of how to do things. Um, I did have a few coaches before, but then I didn't get that kind of step by step process. And so with your program, I get the step by step of exactly, oh, this is how you post it, engage with people in LinkedIn. This is how you go about finding your clients. Oh, this is how you send out letter to partners and that type of things. I like that one-on-one step, like step by step, and it works really well for me. And so I will recommend it to anyone who see this.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's the one cool thing about you, right? Is just being able to support you along the way and just really feeling like, you actually listen to what I say all the time. So it just makes me want to, communicate with you more and give you more and more stuff. So I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate just learning more about you and, thankful for you. Um, any other piece of advice maybe you'd like to give to someone watching?
I would say just don't wait. Just hop on it as soon as you can. I mean, the sooner the better, because then you get all of the step by step to help coach you along the way. And even if you're not very good, you get that help to help you sharpen your skills. And that's what I really like about this program.
Awesome. And I guess one final question. You talked earlier about like self-talk. What's maybe one thing that you've learned about self-talk that maybe if someone is watching this and they don't have good self-talk, that maybe they could learn from you?
It's important to be positive and uh, I think it's just not business related only, but in every area of lives, you have to have a positive self-talk and talk about it all the time. Uh, Before this program, I always do self-talk. Before any training, I practice and I always tell myself, you can do this. And so it's important that we have that kind of positivity in ourselves and confidence, even though you know that the road is kind of hard. If you
Mm,
have that mindset, you can get through it.
mm. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate your time today. I appreciate, learning from you, and just thank you so much. Thank you for those watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully we'll see you in the future. Maybe we can work together. Done recording in about 3, 2, 1, and